Hi all, it's your guy here, the unknown trader, and today I just want to give you a trading plan, okay? A trading plan, as I promised that I will try to make a trading plan for all of you, okay? Because trading is not gambling, it's a business. Therefore, it's better to have a trading plan in place, okay? So, without any further ado, let's just take a quick look at this plan, okay? First of all, okay, this is the cover page I made, trading plan. You can just print it, okay? You can just print it. I think that will be better, okay? And as you can see here, always be prepared, okay? Uh, Here you'll write your trading goals. Say, for instance, what do you want to achieve maybe in a month? What do you want to achieve in 3 months? What do you want to achieve maybe in 6 months, in a year, in 5 years, and whatsoever, okay? If you write something down, it becomes real, okay? Even the Bible says, I think it's Habakkuk 2 verse 2, that says, if you write your plans down, God will turn them into reality, okay? He will read them and turn them into reality, okay? So yeah, writing something down is highly important, okay? So here you'll just put the dates. What do you want to achieve when? What do you want to achieve when? And make sure your goals are achievable and are realistic, okay? And yeah, don't be afraid to set like crazy goals, because that's how most people became successful, by having crazy goals that when others look at them, they just say, oh, this dude is crazy, this is impossible, and whatsoever, okay? So just write the dates down. Say, for instance, uh, by December, this is what I want to achieve, okay? Could be in your life, it could be everywhere, okay? So just write everything down, okay? Say maybe you want to buy a house, you want to do this, buy a car, and all sort of stuff, the dates, okay? Sorry. And this is your little SWOT analysis, okay? Just write down what are your strengths, okay? Now we are talking about trading. What are your strengths, okay? And what are your weaknesses? What opportunities do you see or are you exposed to, and even the threats, okay? And then now you're gonna just make a contract with yourself, okay? This is a declaration and it is important. As much as it is important in any contract, please treat it as a contract with yourself, okay? So right here is, I will never trade more than my predetermined percentage risk. Is highly important. Remember, it's all about risking. Before you open a position, the most important thing is how much are you risking, okay? How much are you risking? Always pay attention to how much you are risking, okay? Do not take your decision based on how much you will make. No, take a decision based on how much you are risking, okay? You don't want to be frustrated at the end, because this is a business, and anything can happen, okay? Anything can happen, because even if it's a good setup, it's just probability. It doesn't mean it will go as planned, okay? Things can happen, they can turn the tables around, you don't move the markets, okay? So you might think this is a good setup, it's 100% win. There's no such thing as 100% win, okay? Just know that anything is possible. So always make sure that your risk reward ratio is good. Always make sure that you are not over leveraging, okay? Always make sure that you are not exposing too much, to prevent inability of coping, okay? You don't want to be that guy who is emotional and breaking things around, no, okay? uh you Are you gonna use stop losses? Highly advisable to use stop losses, because if you are wrong, you wanna get kicked out of the position right away, okay? Unlike staying in, watching watching them drill deeper into your account, okay? So if you are wrong, it's highly advisable to be kicked out immediately. As I've just said, there's nothing like 100% setup. It's all based on probabilities, okay? It's all based on probabilities, okay? And yeah, it says I will never move my stops in fear of being hit, okay? Like for instance, most of the time, if when you set stop losses and you see that okay, now they are about to hit my stops, it's more easier to think that, oh, if I can just increase my stops, maybe they will reverse. Guys, sometimes if they didn't go your direction, they might go in the opposite direction violently. So it's always better to stick to your initial stops. Okay. uh One thing that is important, you can write this down. I think at some point you'll open a position and doubt it. Okay, that's normal, it happens, but trust your plan, trust your analysis. Okay, trust your analysis, because you'll do the best analysis, and then after 15 minutes or whatsoever, if they haven't gone in your direction, you might think like, oh, okay, what if I made mistakes? Yes, it's normal to second guess yourself. You'll need experience to get rid of that. However, at the beginning, it's gonna be like that. So just trust your plan. Okay, trust your plan. That's why I'm saying, do not move your stops. Okay, the only time you can move your stops if there are in, like, if you are in profit, then you can trail your stops down. Rather than closing the entire position, you can just lock it by trailing your stops. Okay, and do not trail stops early, because if you trail stops early, they are well aware that there are many who are gonna trail stops, and besides, when they move, it's like they don't move straight. Okay, we know that they always go like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna write here, but I'll give you this document in the description. Okay, we know that they are not gonna move like this. They will always move like this. So trailing your stops early might be a recipe to disaster. You might find yourself being kicked from a very, very profitable trade. Okay, I will not copy a signal because it looks good. This is highly important. Today I think I actually posted a screenshot of one of the trades that had set up well. Okay, but I quickly deleted it. Why? Because I realized that most people will just open a position without thinking twice. Okay, it's all about probability, and I will explain more as we go deeper. Okay, so do not just follow any signals or whatsoever that you are not sure of, something that you yourself can't explain, something you didn't like. It's not part of your analysis, it's not part of your plan. It doesn't matter how good it looks, but if it's not part of your plan, then copying it will do no good. Apparently you'll feel more bad if it's a loss, uh, because it will be somebody's loss in your account. So you don't want that. Okay, it's better to do your analysis and be wrong. You will learn a lot from your own analysis. Okay, because usually I see when people are demonstrating live trades, what people do is they ask, oh, when will it be a sell? How will it be a sell? Hey, how much should I open? Okay, I'm opening. Do you know why that person is opening? No. Well then, I'm against that, because if you lose, it will be someone's loss in your account, and you'll feel more guilty rather than if it was your own and you have learned from it. Remember, everything is a lesson. Okay, everything is a lesson. Okay, I will not take a trade outside my trading strategy rule. This is highly important. This is highly important. Sometimes you'll think, okay, wow, this is something nice, I should enter into it, just to find that you are following your emotions. Okay, so that's not good. It's always good to have a plan and stick to it. Besides, that's the main objective, that's the main goal of having a plan in the first place, to follow it. Okay, to follow it. Okay, it's and remember, nothing is perfect on the markets. Just make sure your rules are strict. Okay, so now we are gonna go a little bit down. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about this session because it's all about, okay, let's just talk a little about it. uh what is my financial allocation? As you've heard, always trade with what you can afford. Okay, so here you write your allocation. Okay, however, remember, it's your business. Sometimes if okay, the biggest part of trading is not allocating finance and doing all sort of stuff, opening position and closing position. The most important thing is gathering knowledge. It all starts with knowledge, okay? It all starts with knowledge. It all starts with knowledge, okay? So I believe like gathering enough knowledge before starting is highly essential, okay? So you can put this as part of your budget. For instance, if you're gonna buy a course, okay, I think that helps, okay? So what is your allocation, okay? How will you educate yourself, okay? There's a lot of good quality materials online. I really don't recommend buying a course if you can't buy it, okay? If you can't afford it, you can learn everything you need online. And besides, there's almost everything online. It's just about how do you search, okay? There are good courses, of course. I bought many courses in the past, okay? But it all boils to how bad do you need it, okay? How much bad do you want to learn? How bad do you want to learn, okay? So yeah, you're right. How are you gonna educate yourself? Because this is important. This is important. Do not jump and start executing positions. Start by learning. Start by learning. When you're learning, practice, okay? Practice. I think I will show you a simulation that I once used to practice. I used it actually to backtest, because unlike using a demo, on a demo there is no, if you've seen my video where I showed you the spreads where they went up and up and up, okay, they do open spreads against you. So one thing I hate about a demo is it has no spreads, and I think like it's easier, it's made in a way that it's much easier to be profitable. Then you'll think you are ready, whereas you are just not ready, okay? There are no market makers on a demo, okay? You might think yes, it resembles the real account, but it doesn't, okay? They don't really waste their time on demos, okay? But on real ones, they will show you flames, okay? So I'll show you a simulation that I used actually to backtest. It allows you to do that on real charts, okay? On real charts, okay? And you can actually set your budget, make sure it's real, it's realistic. For instance, you can start with $100. Start with something that you will be able to start with on a real account. Unlike I've seen people doing on demos, having crazy amounts. Guys, it is of no use to start with something that you won't be able to start with in real life. Actually, when I was backtesting, I used to start with about $10, because I wanted to be sure that what I'm doing, it will work. That's how I started, and that's how I used to backtest, using that simulation. And I will, yeah, I'll give you the simulation, okay? And let's not dwell much on this, because it talks about the equipments, yes, which is important. I believe having a bigger device to execute on or to trade on is better than using your phone. There are many things you won't be able to actually do on your mobile device, okay? Yeah, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Mostly your device will be good or will come handy when you are actually opening positions and observing how they are going so far. Say maybe you want to execute a position and go out, you can say maybe open and see how it's going, and then you can trail your stops where you have to trail. And if you see like, okay, now it's giving reversal signs, you can just close on a mobile device. But doing all the analysis on a device, on a mobile device, I think no, I think no, okay? So I believe there are cheap devices out there, and if you can get them, then yeah, remember, it's a business. It's all about how bad do you want this thing, okay? There are many sacrifices we make in life. There are things you want to have, but you just postpone having them, and yeah, just to focus on your goals, okay? Okay. Apparently, I don't think there are softwares you'll have to buy, okay? But yes, if there are, then you'll have to specify things here, okay. And I also try to create a recording spreadsheet where you'll be able to evaluate and record all your wins and losses, so that you will know how you are really doing. Because opening and closing, then you feel good today because you won, tomorrow you lose, you feel bad the following day, and you don't actually have records of those trades is bad. Okay, it's really bad. You need to know what you did. At the end of each day, you must be accountable. You must like go into Google Docs and write a detailed report of what you did wrong, what happened. Sometimes you won't do anything wrong. It's just how the markets will be. They will just flip things and go the opposite direction, and just make you feel like you know nothing. Okay, that's normal for the markets. That's their role, that's the objective. There are times when they'll make you feel like, oh, what am I even looking at, what am I even doing? You'll doubt your strategy and all sort of stuff. That's normal, guys. That's normal. Okay, and you'll need experience to be that, but it's part of the thing, it's part of the game. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, there are things that are unchangeable. Okay, in this industry, there are things that you can change. So yeah, it is what it is. You just have to accept and move on. Okay, like the edge they have over us, they can see, okay, all the positions that are open, they can see all the liquidity, they know how much is where and how much is where. We don't see that. Okay, and sometimes, yes, they will go against you even though you did everything right. But I still repeat, I will create a spreadsheet that will allow you to record and keep track of everything. Okay, it's good to know. And at the end of every trading day, I repeat, make a detailed report. Make a detailed report. What did you do wrong? What could you have done right? Okay, where do you need to improve? Where is your weakness? Based on maybe how the week traded. Okay, maybe how yesterday was. Because every day the goal is to improve. Okay, you'll never be, actually no one will ever be perfect in this industry. It's all about improving, it's all about growing day by day, trying to be better than yesterday, and that's it. Okay, it is what it is. There is no point where you'll say, okay, now I am 100% perfect. No, that doesn't exist. Okay, you always learn, always learn. That's why I always recommend that if you find like something like a book, read it. Okay, because you will learn every day. It's all about learning, day in, day out. It's about learning. Okay, so this part of the thing. How will you monitor your profits? I'll give you that spreadsheet. Okay, just be honest with yourself. Write a detailed report to yourself. Okay, to yourself. Okay, and then yeah, read it, and then try to see the next month. Write a daily report, write a weekly report, write a monthly report, and write a yearly report. Okay, and then always compare them. Okay, maybe you in a month you'll have 4 weeks. Compare them. Okay, see if there is any improvement. If there is no improvement, unfortunately you must be accountable for that, even if it's to yourself. Okay, you must be accountable. If you have a partner, try to be accountable to them. Okay, that will really improve your performance over time, because accountability is highly important. Okay, you can't say, oh, it's mine, it's my capital, oh yes, I lost it, tomorrow I'll make. No, it doesn't start like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay, even big businesses today, they are what they are because of accountability. Okay, accountability is highly important. Okay, so what is my monthly target? Always have a target. Okay, anyway, I don't want to dwell much on this because this is some basic stuff, and only you can answer these things. Okay, how much and when will I allow withdrawals? This is important. You can't keep taking out every day. You don't do that. Okay, be accountable, be responsible. Okay, know when you will take out. Okay, and how much you're gonna take out. Okay, so remember, when your account becomes bigger, that's when you can make more. Okay, so be accountable. Just because, okay, Yesterday you made, for instance, yesterday I made $100. The day before I made $500. It doesn't mean I'm gonna take out half of it. It doesn't work like that actually. It's part of a business, okay? Pay yourself, okay? Pay yourself, but in a responsible manner, okay? When will I top? Okay, at what point will you top up your account? Okay, when will I shift asset allocation between accounts? Yes, if your account grows and grows and grows, it's better to open another account, because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. That's how it is. You might want to do that, or yeah, you might just want to keep everything in one in one basket, okay? And sometimes I think having different brokers is also good, okay? That's what I think, okay? Because if something goes wrong with this broker, if maybe one day it bankrupt, then you'll have another broker where your capital is safe, okay? Because yeah, sometimes these things happen, okay? These things happen. Or if one of your broker changes some things, then you can, okay, do this and do that and do that, okay? Okay. And we'll talk about brokers someday, because I strongly believe we don't have local brokers. Obviously I'll talk about South Africa because that's where I am, but I think we don't have local brokers because a lot has gone wrong with most local brokers and all sort of stuff. So I wouldn't recommend a local broker. I'm sorry for that. And when you look into a broker, make sure it has existed for over 10 years, over 20 years. You want a broker that has survived market crashes, okay? If you look at the big brokers, they survived market crashes at one point. Remember, when a market crashes, most brokers closed out, okay? That's guaranteed. So you need a broker that has survived something like that, okay? And there are good brokers which allow a lot of leverage, but imagine if we can go through a market crash, most of those brokers will actually be wiped out. So it's important to select a good broker, and you need a broker that pays fast, because anyway, it's your capital. If you make it, you don't want some company holding it and giving you tough times getting it, okay? Like, you need a broker that gives you your capital quick. That's important. We can't emphasize the importance of that enough. It's important. It's your capital. You don't need like stories and stories and stories, okay? And as for local brokers, I don't want to paint them bad, but yeah, based on the experience, local brokers do give a lot of problems. Some of them, you'll just hear that they were not registered. Hey, some of them, when you open position, they just manipulate. For instance, you are buying, and like they'll be like, okay, you can't open this position right now, and all that opportunity goes away. Some people have, like, when they were buying, brokers got jammed and all sort of stuff. Some of them, they did buy, and as they are making a lot, when they are trying to close their profits or lock them, the broker will just be jammed up until your trade goes back to a loss. So you can see those are crazy things. Those are brokers that are trying they are actually trying to go against you in any way. They will win whatever it costs. So those are dodgy brokers. So you don't want something like that, okay? Anyway, we'll talk about brokers one day, okay? Right now, let's just focus on this. But yeah, you can just fill this up. And to fill it, as you can see, I'm on Microsoft, and it's much easier with Microsoft, okay? Because you can just come to text. You can print it and write things down by yourself, or you can just come to Microsoft. As you can see here, when I just do like this, I can just type in whatever I want to type in, you see, and then I can just print it after typing and filling in everything. You can change the font size, you can change the font color. It's all up to you what you want to do, okay? You can reduce the font spacings and all sort of stuff. You can track here, okay? And yeah, I think it's good. If you are using Microsoft, that's what I'm using right now for my documents, okay? So daily routine, it's important. Working hours. What are your working hours? When are you gonna work? Okay, because remember, there's a lot we have talked about recently in our many videos. We did talk about things like, okay, you are alone, these guys are many, and they are all actually uh, moving the markets from different continents, which means maybe during the Asian session, they're gonna be moving it for 3 hours. Go to London session, they're gonna be moving it for 3 hours, and go to your session, it's gonna be 3 hours, and you'll be alone and having to face all those hours. So it's better to cut hours and not focus on all sessions. Be highly selective on the session that you focus on. You want to be sober, you want to have a good mind, like your mind must be calm, okay, it must be in a good state. So in order to achieve that, you must just be selective. Okay, are you going to take the London session, go out, have some fun and whatsoever, then come back during the US session? After that, you can play some games, do whatsoever you want, okay, you will be free. Or else are you gonna sit the whole day and try to scalp this, catch this, do this and do this, and all sort of stuff? It's all up to you guys. No one should decide but you. You know yourself better, okay? How are you gonna how gonna analyze your markets and all sort of stuff? How you gonna pre-analyze, and how you gonna post-analyze? Because it's better to analyze before. Maybe, yes, like now it's 8 o'clock, I think it's it's okay, 8:43, it's fine. This is the time to actually analyze my markets, because they are almost heading towards closing, okay? This is the right time to analyze. I know which setup, okay, is which setup I'm looking for, so I can go through my charts quite quick and scan through them, and then mark them where I have to mark them. And in the morning, I know, okay, there's this one, there's this one, there's this one, and then I can just look at the one that I set up well throughout the night, and I can go for it, okay? Remember, you are a hunter. You're not gonna say, I'm looking at Euro USD alone. Why? Because you're gonna end up forcing bad trades, okay? What your job is I've heard people saying, okay, if you take one currency and you get to understand it, master it well, then it's good. But come on, guys, let's be real, okay? Let's be real. If say maybe you have two currencies you are looking at, okay, and say today none of them is set up in a good way, what are you gonna do? Chances are you gonna force things through, okay? You're gonna force your way through, even though they are not ready for today. But if you have many, then you will be able to select. Remember, you are a hunter. When okay, let's talk about let's talk about a lion. Okay, one thing I like, it's a lion. Okay, somebody's sending me like, oh, okay, it's fine. Let's talk about a lion. I love lions a lot, okay? But when a lion is hunting, if there are maybe 4 buffaloes, okay, that they are looking at, okay, or looking at catching, say maybe 4 are strong, okay, and they are in good state of health, and one is leaping, one is crippled, or one is unable to walk properly, or one is injured, which one do you think they're gonna go for? Will they go, even if the one that is injured is it's small in size, they're gonna go for it, okay? They are gonna go from it. I think if you start looking at the life of lions, I do most of my time when I'm free, I just watch videos of lions, how they live, movies of lions. I just want to get the inner understanding of a lion, okay? So one thing I know about a lion, they will go for the one that is injured. What does that tell you? It tells you that go for the easiest things, okay? Lions are strong. Lions are the king of the jungle. Lions they work together, okay? But lions are wise. They will go for an injured animal over a big sized animal, okay, that is in good health. That tells you that always go for the easiest, okay? Your job is not to be smart, okay? I don't want to be smart, okay? Go for the easiest, okay? You can have maybe 20 pairs that you're looking at. Select maybe 3 or 4 that have set up in the easiest way, okay? Why? Because You don't want something that is that you'll have to work hard. You're gonna try and understand and do all sort of stuff. No, you want something that is set up in the easiest way. Okay, in the easiest way. It's not about being smart. Remember, it's about performance. Okay, performance. Okay, it's about delivering. So make sure you go for the easiest. Be like a lion. Don't go for the strongest. Don't go for that one with the big size. No, go for the easiest. Go for the easiest. It's not about being smart. Okay, it's not about being smart. By the way, you can't outsmart something you don't control. Okay, you can't outsmart something you don't control. Okay, it's not a fair playground. It's not like in a class where everybody is advised to be smart or to be intelligent. Remember, in a classroom, most of the time you are learning the same things. Okay, so this playground is not leveled. The market movers have the upper hand. They move it. You want it or not. You want them to go up. If they want to go down, if they've identified a lot of opportunities down, they're gonna go down. They don't care if you think it's gonna go up. They don't want to know. Okay, they don't want to know. Markets have no emotions, and you'll say it's going up. It's going up. That's why this is important. Okay, I tend to talk a lot, but sorry. This is important. Most of the time, when you are wrong and you are revenging a trade, one thing I know about revenging a trade is you will never go the opposite direction. You open a position and say it's going up. You actually open a long position. They hit your stops. If you are gonna revenge that thing, you're gonna open another long position. I don't know why, but that's how it is. Okay, you want to prove the markets that you were right and they were wrong. You can't prove something you're not in control of wrong. Okay, they don't care. If you want them to go up, if you think they're gonna go up, if you tell people they're gonna go up, they just don't care. That's why I told you that sometimes you'll have a good setup that is set up well and they will just go the opposite direction. Why? Because they can see what's happening. They can see what we can see. We have, you see, on our platforms, we have two different sides. We are using the front side. That's what they're showing to us. They have the back side. They can see how many orders are there. Okay, they can see the opportunities that we cannot see. So they don't care if you think it's gonna go up. Okay, they don't care. They can just go the opposite direction. Hence I said nothing is guaranteed. It's all about probabilities. Understand that. Okay, it's all about probabilities, but you must be so damn good, okay, that out of 10 you take 9. That's good. Out of 10 sometimes you take 10. That's good. You take 6 out of 10. I mean, you win 6 out of 10. That's amazing. When you look at Peter Branded, I love that guy a lot, guys. Peter Branded has a very, very, very small win rate. I think out of 10 trades he wins 3, okay, and loses 7, but he is in big profits. You know why? Because he allows his profits to run, and he uses stop loss. When he's wrong, he wants to be cut immediately, but his win rate ratio is it's awful. Okay, but yeah, he's one of the best, and we looked up on him. Okay, so I'm just trying to show you that nothing is perfect on the markets. Okay. And then, okay, the time is going, but you can just download this thing and try to feel it all by yourself. Okay, I'll put it in the description. What is the strategy of your name? What pairs will you focus on? You can write them out. If you want to focus on one, well, it's okay. It's your decision to make. Okay, what time period? That's why I have actually stopped posting my analysis as they are going. Because I don't want you executing my positions. I don't want you executing something that is not yours. I want you to execute something that is yours, something you'll be accountable of. What are you going to record if you lose based on what I said? What are you going to record if you used somebody's signals and you lost? Okay, you used somebody's signals and it was a good one. Okay, you won it. What are you going to record? Where will you improve? because you don't even know how they analyzed, okay? You don't know how they got to that decision, okay? So always open yours. Peter Branded, at some point, he says, you yourself will have to figure you will have to figure out what works for you, okay? At some point, that's why you can learn everything from someone, but you must add your own flavor. That's important. What works for someone might not work for you, but it can give you a good foundation, okay? But as time goes, the more time you spend on the charts, the more better you'll become, and you'll be able to generate your own things, okay? Most of the time we add our own flavor, and that's what is important, okay? So yeah, what time period will you, I talked about this, what technical indicators will you use? Be mindful of indicators, okay? What price action pattern will you use? Patterns, we are only talking about things like M's, W's, head and shoulder, inverted. This is triple top, head and shoulder. Okay, sorry. My drawing is just bad these days. I don't know why. I think I was a good drawer at some point in my life, but now my drawing is so awful. It's so bad, okay? So you must write everything down, okay? This will help you, believe me, this will help you. This is a trading plan, okay? Write this and paste this on your wall every day. You want to see it, okay? And here's another important part: entry criteria. Do not open until all your criteria are met, and don't have an entry criteria that allows you to take more than 10 entries a day. Then it's crazy, okay? Make sure your entry criteria is as strict as possible, because you want to open something that is of high quality, okay? You want to open something that is of high quality, okay? Say for instance, there's no break-in structure. That's your first criteria. Then as long as the market is moving with no break-in structure, then you have nothing to do, okay? You only get interested when there is a break of structure, and then you see, okay, mostly break of structures will confirm patterns, okay? Then they go back into the pattern, okay? Now you say, you tick, okay? You write them down, then you tick, okay? Now there's a break in structure, tick. Now there's a they trade it back to the pattern, tick. There's a pattern, oh, tick. Now you are looking for, are they changing direction? Did they fail at some point? Maybe they are going up. Okay, let me just try to demonstrate it. I don't know if it's gonna be perfect. Maybe, oh, okay, maybe they were going up, and all of a sudden they break structure. Oh, okay, now they've broken their recent low. Okay, and they've gone back. Maybe here, this is a shoulder, this is a head, and this is a shoulder. Okay, now you have a pattern which is a head and shoulder, okay? And they tried maybe to go back into the pattern, and now they are showing you a pin and an engulf, okay, where they are shifting zones away from that pattern. Now they are shifting zones from the pattern, okay? You'll write, maybe you need a pattern, maybe here you need a pattern, and then once it's there, you tick, okay? I have a pattern. You can just write this down somewhere on your book, or somewhere during the day, okay? And then you just tick, okay? Mind you, this will be on your wall, and you'll be looking at it every time, okay? There's a pattern, okay? Is there a break in structure? And then if no, then you wait, okay? So if you're only looking, say for instance, you want to see a break in structure, and they keep moving up and up and up, then you don't have a break in structure. You have nothing to do, okay? You just wait. They continue, you wait. They continue, you wait. Or today closes, they didn't break structure, fine. Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow they'll do the same thing, okay, fine. The day after tomorrow they do the same thing, okay, fine. That's why there are many pairs to look at, okay? Maybe on day 4, now they start breaking the pattern, okay? Let's say this is the recent low market structure, then they break it. Oh, now this confirms the pattern. Maybe it's a micro M. They break it, they go down, okay? And then they try to go back to the top after breaking in structure, okay? Now you will be looking, say for instance, if you're me, you'll be looking for a pin or an engulf, where they engulf all this pattern up here, and they show that now they are ready to go. Okay, so if you have entry criteria that you are ticking all these days when they were just moving in one direction without any break in structure, then you had nothing to do. This will save your account. Okay, this will save your account. This will keep you from taking nonsense trades. Okay, I used to take almost everything that moved up until I came to a point whereby I said no. I got angry at myself for self-sabotaging myself, and I decided, okay, first things first, I'm gonna look for a break-in structure. Is there a break-in structure? And that has saved me a lot, because if there is no break-in structure, then there's nothing I'm looking at. Okay, if they miraculously change direction and go down maybe 200 pip and I'm not in it, fine. There'll be plenty. Okay, there'll be plenty. Remember, there will be plenty. You don't miss anything that didn't meet your checklist. Okay, they must go through your checklist and qualify to be opened by you. Okay, so if they don't go through a checklist and they don't qualify, well then sorry, there's nothing to take. Okay, so this is what you'll be writing here. This is important, guys. You can write all these things, but have these 2 pages. Have this page and this page. Okay, have these 2 pages on your wall. It's important. Okay, and what is your exit criteria? For instance, for me, if they go 1 level, 2 level, 3 levels, then I can exit my position. Okay, if they go down, maybe I'll open the short position, and now they start pinning it and start giving a breaking structure from the bottom, then I'll close it. Okay, you must have exit criteria. Okay, sometimes I can use the Fibonacci. You know our levels. I said I'll show you how to make them. I will. Okay, say for instance you are taking, for me personally, if the consolidation is small, I'll take 3 levels. But if the consolidation is huge, I'm gonna take 2 levels. So that's part of my exit criteria. Okay, they must hit either 50 pips, hit either 3 levels, or if they just go and they start showing a change in direction, I'm gonna make sure I exit. Okay, this is the last page, guys. Maximum combined percentage risk at any time. That's up to you. Okay, the risk reward ratio, this is important. Okay, put in what you are comfortable with. And weekly policy, make policies for yourself. You know, the goal here is to be accountable. Okay, hold yourself accountable as much as you can. Make everything strict. Okay, and yeah, try to be accountable. I think that's important. Okay, make everything strict and try to be as accountable as you can. I think that's what works. And okay, I'm gonna put this in the description. When will I go live with my strategy? If you're still starting, then you can just fill this in. Time allocation, it's up to you. Software you'll use, if you're using MT5, TradingView, whatsoever, it's all up to you. Okay, so all in all, this concludes our plan. Okay, just make sure you have a good plan and be honest to yourself. Okay, write everything down. How are you gonna do everything? And make sure you follow this plan 100%. Okay, follow your plan. Even if you don't feel like following your plan, okay, just follow it. Okay, because sometimes you will experience a loss, and experiencing a loss doesn't mean your plan is not working. Okay, so yeah, you have to trust your plan and make it as strict as you can. Nothing is perfect, just have strict rules. Okay, so I think we've ran through this. It took us a lot of time because I love over explaining, but anyway, this is a trading plan that anybody can just download. I'll put it in my description, and yeah, you can utilize it. So thank you.